Okay guys, welcome to today's video, and today we're gonna go and look at some pretty cool cars in my neighborhood. And for those of you who don't know, I've spent the past month and a bit living in Japan, out in Hachioji, Tokyo, and yeah, I haven't filmed anything. You guys might have seen I did a video at Daikaku and Up Garage, but other than that, nothing has been filmed here. A few pictures have been taken, a few stories have gone up on Instagram, but other than that, literally nothing. I had dreams and aspirations of filming here every single day, doing daily uploads, showing you guys all these crazy cars, going on adventures, but I have been so busy with kind of everything that I haven't had a chance to film. So at some point there'll be a video where I do like a day in my life at university, and at some point there'll be a video where I go and do this other like Japanese thing, but for now you guys are gonna get some of the cool cars in my neighborhood, and that's about it. So I hope you guys enjoy. I'm gonna talk about them, talk about what I like, kind of just show you guys. There's some cool stuff here. Okay guys, so we're currently walking under the freeway that's pretty close to my house. I've been walking for like 2 minutes, and this was one of the first cars I found here in my neighborhood, and it's kind of like it kind of is a special one to me because it has the most lore around it. I'm gonna put up some pictures. Oh, hi bird. I'm gonna throw up some pictures on a screen of what this car used to look like and what it looks like now, and it is pretty sad, and so here you guys go. This is a Nissan Skyline. This is an R34 GTS, I believe. Take it all in, guys. This is a legitimate abandoned R34 Skyline here in Hachioji, Tokyo. We're just under the freeway, and I live like down that street and a bit to the left, and this thing is sitting here. Now, as for anything I know about this, well, this car has been sitting here since at least 2016. I was talking to some farmers that lived in this area and like tend to this farm, and they were telling me like they didn't know the owner just disappeared, hasn't been seen since. I talked to a friend of mine at university. He knows this car, he knows it's here, nobody knows the owner. He said he looked for a while and couldn't find it, and then I talked to my friend who also lives in this neighborhood, and he sent me a picture, this picture on screen, of the car in 2016 when it was in great condition compared to what it is now. As you can see, we've got paint peeling off the hood, almost no clear coat on the roof, paint peeling off the trunk, the tail lights are all fogged over, the tires are old as heck, the brakes, if you guys can see in there, are all completely rusted, the interior is falling apart, the steering wheel is falling apart, all of the little trim pieces are all wrinkled due to the sun, and obviously it's parked in a bunch of weeds, or more, I guess, the weeds grew up around the vehicle. And oh, and there's also this H2, which is kind of funny. But look at this thing. All the tires are flat. This thing has not moved. And I don't know exactly what the Shukken is, but it's 2611. So if you guys know when this was last registered, leave down in the comments. But yeah, just a manual GTS R34 Skyline sitting in a parking spot in the farm, and it has not been touched and probably will never be touched. As for the actual overall condition, I really have like no idea. It could have no engine. There's like no way to tell unless I like actually peek my head up under there, but like in the pictures this trim piece was still there. This trim piece was actually like, all this looked nice in that picture from 2016. It's just been sitting here and rotting. There's some trash inside, but I mean, like, there's really not much more to say about this. It's just like astonishing that this thing is just sitting here rotting away, and it will probably never be touched. And sadly, that's the theme of this video, is that there's these crazy cars sitting around in just this random neighborhood out in Tokyo, and like they're probably just gonna sit there and rot. So it is what it is. Okay, on to the next one.
Saying that I'm fine, I can't pretend. Not until your mind, this pain won't end. I felt way too hard again. My heart hates to call you friend. Saying that I'm fine, I can't pretend.
I know it's hard to get a frame of reference for how far I'm walking or even where I am right now because it's a video and obviously I'm cutting it up a bunch, but I want you guys to know that all of the cars I'm showing you today is within a 10-minute walking distance of my apartment. None of this stuff is far. I'm like dressed casually. All of this stuff is like in what I would call my neighborhood here in Japan. So it's pretty crazy. That Skyline was a couple-minute walk from my apartment, and the next thing we're gonna show you guys, hopefully if it's still parked there, is pretty cool as well, so stay tuned. Okay, I don't even know what to say. I swear, sitting right here just a couple days ago was a Mark IV Supra, and now there's a brand new BMW, so I'll put a picture up on screen. I don't know if he sold his Supra, I just bought that BMW just now, but okay, well, I guess there is no Mark IV Supra sitting there anymore and there's a BMW. Maybe, oh, okay, well, I don't know. Okay, on to the next one. Okay, well, staying on the theme of BMW apparently, even though we're in Japan, I give you guys an E36 M3, left-hand drive. Yeah, oh, with an exhaust. I don't know what's going on. I'm looking for JDM cars, I swear, but there's like BMWs here right now. But the next one, I promise is gonna be pretty cool. Maybe. Okay, if this car is not here, I'm gonna cry and the video is gonna end right here because ain't no way this car should be moving. So I'll know when we turn around this right-hand turn right here, but this car better be here, I swear. Oh my gosh, I thought for a second it wasn't here. Okay, I'm not gonna stay here for too long and I'm not gonna talk too loud because I'm definitely just in somebody's driveway right now, but look at this. An abandoned Honda NSX. Automatic, but still, look at this thing. It's got the pop-ups, the tires and the wheels are like rotting and molding into the ground. I don't know how well you guys can see because it's in the shade, but it is literally like becoming one with the concrete out here. The side of this thing is just caked in moss all along the window sills right there. The paint is just completely destroyed. License plate bolts are rotting, and this is just casually sitting in this tiny little neighborhood right here. But like, look at this thing. The Shucken sticker is like destroyed. Yeah, I wouldn't even be able to tell what year it was last registered in, but the back covered in moss. Honda NSX. Right-hand drive, obviously. Sitting. Rotting away out here. It like baffles my mind, and I will never get like jaded or accustomed to seeing like a Honda NSX chilling, just rotting into the ground out here, just the middle of nowhere, this kind of random neighborhood. I'm in the outskirts of Tokyo right now, and like this stuff is just here. It's so casual to see this stuff all over the place. These cars are just falling apart, sitting, haven't been registered for years. It sucks so much. Like every single car I see out here, I just want to buy. But who knows where the owner is? It might be that guy that owns it. That might be his dad's car. That might be his like grandpa's car. There might not be like, they might have lost the paperwork for that car. There's like no telling, but on to the next, I guess. Okay, we took a W on the R34 Skyline, we took an L on the Supra, we found an E46 M3 BMW instead, and then we took another W on the NSX. And this next car has always been there every single time I've walked past, so I don't doubt it'll be here today. Here's to the next car. Look at this little Suzuki Swift. Hello, little Suzuki Swift. I just saw the tiniest little peek of the back of this car, and so pretty excited. If you guys think of a JDM Nissan, what do you first think of? I'm sure it's Skyline. What is the second thing you think of? What is basically the most popular chassis to drift? Yeah, I'm pretty sure you guys know exactly what this is. S15 Nissan Silvia. Currently registered, still being driven. I occasionally don't see this car here. but it's got current registration. Man, and it's a Spec R. Okay, so this thing is an automatic and it's on stock wheels, although the brakes are looking kind of rusty, so maybe it hasn't moved in just a little bit here, but it does have current registration. Steering wheel's got a little tear on it, and I actually just now noticed that this headlight is definitely new compared to that headlight, so I wonder if at some point there was damage in the front end or if they just replaced the headlight. But it does look to be a stock Sylvia headlight. This thing is absolutely amazing though. It looks really good in black. Yep. Oh, and we're just in an apartment complex, by the way, and just a casual Nissan Silvia S15. Okay, on to the next. If I'm being honest with you guys, oh, by the way, this isn't the car. I just found it. I have no idea what this is. It, like, has kind of a Toyota interior, and it's called an NC250 Progress. NC250 makes me think it's kind of like a Nissan thing, but I don't, or not a Nissan thing, a Toyota thing, like a Lexus thing, but I got no idea what this is. So if you know what this thing is, leave it in the comments below. What is this thing up here? Again, this isn't the car I was looking for. It's just something I saw along the way. This thing is funny. Like a K truck with a bunch of body work done, and it's got a glittery green sparkle yellow paint. Oh, it's got a custom interior too. This thing is pretty funny looking. Again, not what I'm looking for, but an interesting find nonetheless. You guys have no idea how happy I am right now that this car is here. Just the other day this car wasn't sitting here and I was like, man, I really hope it's there for this video, but it's here. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you an R34 Nissan Skyline. Like, every time I see one of these cars, or anytime I see any Skyline, I just like, I want so badly. We're on stock Nissan wheels. It looks like it has an exhaust. I mean, like, other than like some random Nismo stickers, which I don't think make any of this car a Nismo, this thing is pretty darn stock. It does, however, though, have a big old display in the front. It's a manual. It looks like a factory manual too. It's got the little pattern for the shifting. It's in relatively good condition. There's some stuff that's like, it's got all these like random like stickers, but all those could be peeled off. Again, more stickers on like the glass, and the interior needs a little bit of love, but like overall, this thing looks to be in pretty decent condition. And it does move apparently, because I didn't see it here the other day. I just realized right here it says VSpec 2 NER. Again, like I don't know enough about these to know exactly if that's true. Like, I can't look at the skirts and be like, oh, I know it's a VSpec 2 NER because of that. But like, and this also has like a bunch of like random Nismo stickers all over it, and like this seat says Nismo in the completely wrong font, and like I don't think that's a Nismo seat. So I think this guy's like up-badging his R34 Skyline, which is like hilarious. But I mean, the up-badging in Japan and the racing in Japan is definitely on a different level compared to the States. So I think it's just a 34, a pretty stock standard one, but again, amazing to see this stuff out here. And in my neighborhood is like mind-blowing. Like I can just walk over to this car and just look at it and stare at it and dream any day I want. Okay, and for the probably second to last car, I give you guys a 370Z, or as known in Japan, a Fair Lady Z. Although I'm not the biggest fan of how these cars look, you kind of gotta pay respect when it's like done well. It's like, he's got all these decals on here, which I think is a little bit much, but he's got the yellow stitching on the Z seats and the yellow interior, and the outside paint looks great. So I mean, props. It is well done. It does all look good. So that's kind of all I have to say about these cars. I mean, they can look horrible, and then they can look like kind of okay. That's where I'm at with these. But it's easy to make them look bad. Most of them look bad. Most of them look like trash. That one's like okay. Okay guys, well, sadly, my favorite car and the one I was most excited to show you about other than like the NSX and the R31, you know, obviously, isn't there today. And I've actually never seen it not there, so there might have to be a second part to this video at some point. There is a bunch more cars in this neighborhood that I didn't get the chance to show you guys today. There was that Supra, there was the car that's not there that I don't want to tell you guys about because it's amazing. There's an S15, there's a Stagia, there's so much more stuff in this neighborhood that I could walk around all day and show you guys. But actually I grabbed my backpack and we're going on a little adventure now. So it is currently 2:13 in the afternoon and I'm kind of just getting my day started. Okay, I feel bad. A bunch of the stuff I wanted to show you guys today is actually missing. It's not here right now. So I need to do one more car. There's something up here that I know at least one of you is gonna like absolutely love, and I wish you were here with me right now. Man, you can't see anything right now. Man, Irvin, I wish so badly you were here with me right now to like tell me everything about this, but for those of you who don't already know what this is, we have a Toyota Alteza. Now, in the States, these are known as Lexus IS300s, but in Japan, they are Altezas. And I know that in Japan, these came with like a Beans engine. I'm not sure if they also came with JZs, either a 1J or whatnot, but this thing has a front mount intercooler and it has these, what I think are TRD side skirts. I mean, Irvin can educate you guys in the comments, but then it's also got a front lip, I assume also a TRD front lip, and a TRD rear lip, maybe. It's got some little tail light covers, which are interesting. I'm not gonna say horrible. I don't actually hate them, but man, it is manual. It's got a very different gauge cluster actually. There's some blues and like whites in there, and then it's also got a boost gauge up there, so yep, definitely turboed. This thing doesn't really move that much. I actually have never seen it move before, but again, Irvin, I wish you were with me so you could just tell me everything about that car down to like the smallest little detail. But that'll make the next trip like so much more fun, is when you're here. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe. I plan on doing a few more videos in Japan. The last video, I was like, I'm committed now. This is the second video. There will be a third. There might be a fourth. So if you guys are interested, make sure to like and subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. That's about all I got for you today. Peace.